everyone, my name is Campbell and I am a premium account manager with CharTech, and I've been with CharTech for about 6 years now. The reason why I'm here today is to talk to you guys about a major topic that I've had with members over the last, I would say heavily over the last 6 months, is hiring the first salesperson for a company. Or it's also been a process that we've done in the past and haven't been successful in training and keeping a salesperson. So I'm here today to discuss some of the top things that we need to make sure we have in place before we actually make that jump and extend an offer to our new sales professional. So the first thing that we want to make sure we have in place is, can we afford right now where we're at in our business to bring on a dedicated salesperson? So what you want to make sure you do is that you have at least 6 months cash liquid in the bank. And the reason why we recommend 6 months is because we want to be able to train and make sure that our salesperson is successful from the get-go. So that's going to include the training roadmap period of about 30 days, as well as them coming out to a CharTech Sales Lab training event where we'll go ahead and train them to make sure that they're ready to go to start selling at that end of that first week of the CharTech Sales Lab. And then we're also going to need a couple of months for them to be able to ramp up their sales funnel and get some of those marketing efforts, whether it's canvassing, email marketing, networking, to be able to start filling their funnel. All right, so our hope and goal is that they make their first sale right around that 3-month mark. So we want to make sure that we have the finances to be able to bring them on board, give them the training that they need, so you guys have a successful salesperson. The second thing that we also want to make sure we have in place is a topic that is often missed. The goal of the salesperson and one of their main responsibilities is, of course, networking, making outbound phone calls, canvassing, shaking hands. But as a business owner and MSP, we also need to make sure that they have leads to be able to qualify and call on. So if we don't have any leads in our system, and my recommendation is we should have at least a couple hundred leads, 150 minimum, 200 scrubbed and qualified leads that our salesperson can start calling on after their training roadmap period. It'll take them a long time to scrub and qualify those leads, which will mean just a longer sales cycle, and now we just have to prolong the sales process and when they have the ability to make that first sale. So let's make sure that we have some leads ready to go that we can put on a marketing campaign that the salesperson can follow up with right after they finish their training roadmap. The last thing that we also want to make sure we have in place is, when we bring on board a salesperson, whether their sales quota is $2,000 a month or $3,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue, as an organization, we have to ask ourselves, can we successfully onboard and maintain support for what we're putting in place as a quota for our salesperson? Right? The last thing we want to do is hire a salesperson, have them be an integral part in growing the company, but then not be able to onboard and tell them that they have to stop selling. Right? So we all know that that's not going to go well. So let's make sure that we have the techs in place, our knock is in a good place, or at least a backup plan, and maybe hiring an independent contractor to offset some of the workload as the salesperson continues to bring in new deals. So now, how can CharTech help? Right? So there's going to be a couple of different ways. If whether you've hired a salesperson in the past and it hasn't gone well, or whether you're hiring your salesperson for the first time, reach out to the CharTech account management team if you're already a CharTech member. So we'll be able to help put everything in place, from the offer letter to a sample job ad to putting together sample commissions and quotas, as well as lead you in the right direction if we don't have any marketing in place before we get that salesperson on board. And if you want a little bit more hand-holding and support, we do have a couple of programs from our CharTech Sales Training Lab, which is a crash course of sales training here at CharTech for Alex, Nick Points, and myself to help train, as well as Chad, to help train your salespeople. Or we also have a hiring program where we can also assist and do a lot of the heavy lifting for you when it comes to hiring your salesperson. All right, and the best way to reach our team for that is going to be sales@chartec.net. All right, so we're looking forward to hearing from you, helping you out, and good luck on your next hire.